Yo, you know what time it is? Over here to do? Listen, I got a nice one for you tonight. A lot of people have been asking me about this, so we're going to go ahead and tackle it. Tonight, we are going to talk about date night. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. We're talking about situational awareness for couples and families. All right, so here we are. Here we are. Of course, we're going on date night. You're doing your thing. It is what it is. Whether you're whoever is the designated driver and shooter for date night. All right, we don't want to make that gender specific because the rules are exactly the same. All right, so if you're going on a date or you're going on an outing with a group of friends and family, et cetera, et cetera. This is date night, family and friends, small group, etc. You literally have to have a designated driver and designated shooter. There's no, is there a nicer way to say that? I don't think I want to say a nicer way than that. Yes, you should have a designated driver and a designated shooter. Those people should be the same person. Absolutely. Because under no circumstances do you want to be under the influence of anything trying to drive and or protect anyone. Let's start there. Let's clear the air. The designated driver should always be the designated shooter, or there should be more than one of both because both are pretty much the same. You can't drink and drive, shouldn't drink and drive, nor should you have a drink while you're carrying a firearm. It's the law, right? So we got that squared away. With that being said, you have a list of duties and responsibilities. Yes, 100%. It is your duty and responsibility, especially if you're in a group of people or family. You are the designated babysitter for the night, right? Now, date night's a little different. You're the designated babysitter. However, you all are going to have to switch out and take turns. Okay, you're going to turn up tonight. I'm going to turn up the next time. Makes sense? So, with that being said, it gives you both the opportunity to literally be as free as you want with the protection of the other. Let's get into it. All right. Protecting others is totally different from protecting yourself because for some reason I've noticed, unless you're really thinking about it, we have a tendency to be more situationally aware when we're protecting someone else, right? However, I'll implore that you protect you both. Does that make sense? So, as a protector, I'm protecting you and me. Well, I have to be protected while I'm protecting you because if somebody does something to me, nobody's going to protect you. See how that works? So, focus on making sure you have everything you need mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, and emotionally to protect those whom which you are with, whether it be a date night, a family outing, or just a group fun night. Now, with that being said, you got to be careful with the divided attention because you got to pay attention to what just like with us. And I'll say it this way: if you're going on date night, or if you're going out with a group, it is literally the same thing as a security professional working with a client or a client in their entourage. It's literally the same thing. That attention is going to somewhat be divided, but it needs to be divided evenly so that you have the edge, or you are ahead of any situation that might come up. So you're always looking ahead of situational awareness, of course, 360 degrees. I'm talking about we scanning, we panning the room every so many seconds, not minutes. And we got to pretty much stay on top of things. Okay. Understand the vulnerabilities of a group when you're with a group, especially if you're the designated person to do all the safety, do all the safety and driving, all that kind of stuff. You kind of got to watch a little bit more of what's going on with them as well as the environment as well. Recognize the environment, recognize them, recognize how they're functioning in the environment. Are they comfortable? Are they uncomfortable? Are they upset? Or are they just happy and drunk? All of these things are going to go into play based on how you have to respond to any incident. Okay. Now, last thing I'll say about this one, make sure that the level of vulnerability for the group stays low. Okay. Make sure when it comes down to the group in a tier structured group, the leadership, make sure you position them in the group to where, let's be fair, if it's a family outing, make sure the children are on the inside of the group, not trailing on the outsides, right? If you're with your date, make it simple things. Chivalry makes, fellas, I'm going to give you some game. Chivalry makes it so easy for you to handle a client and date night. I'm going to let you look that up. I'm going to encourage you to do that. Do that. Your woman, sir, will love you if your woman will love you, or whomever you're taking on a date and protecting would definitely love you if you got that chivalry in there. It might get you some extra cool points. You know what time it is. This is O from Body by O, Body by Tactical Covenant Academy, Covenant Community Security. Real quick, date night, family outing, group outing. Keep it safe. Keep your head on the swivel. Stay sober. That's the best way to do it, man. We love y'all. It's Black John Wick. We out. Bam.